My monthly vlog ended up being a lot more work than I anticipated it would be, and 2022 has truly been the best year ever so far. And when I made this vlog, it was A, to create more consistent content on YouTube. Hi, I'm a creator. And B, it was also just to kind of like keep a memory of everything that's been happening in my life, because I knew it would be fast. But I think moving forward, I'm gonna be chopping these up into mini vlogs. So if you don't know me already, my name is Vikina. Last year, I signed a record deal with Mr. 305 Inc., owned and partnered by Mr. Worldwide himself, Pitbull. I don't know if you've heard of him. And since then, things have really picked up for me. I used to do this music hustle for myself for a long time, like 10 years, I would say, funding my own videos, doing whatever I could to get in the right room with the right people, trying to be consistent and desperately waiting for a break. I've quit my job like a total of 6 times. Every time I felt like something was happening, I wanted to like go all in and give it my all. And then when it didn't, I was left frustrated and depressed and broke, obviously. So my first piece of advice that I would give is to find a job that pays your bills and doesn't make you chase for money. Because if you can get it in your head early that you're an artist and that your job is just a means for you to be able to create, that stability, at least for me, because I'm a Virgo, opens the doors for creativity. I know plenty of artists that are like realtors because the schedule is very flexible for them, but having to chase after your money, chase after clients is exhausting and mentally draining. So I'm a fan of like show up and get paid and show up and leave paid kind of jobs. I was working a part-time job Monday, Wednesday, Friday at an e-commerce company. And I only had Tuesdays and Thursdays to make music. And I think I was making more music than I am now with more time. And that's because of the routine. When I first got introduced to the label, nobody just like handed me a contract. They said, here, we'll give you access to the studio and you're welcome to use it, period. So I made a routine and I said every week I'm gonna show up 3 times a week. I'm just gonna show up and make something. No one has to tell me, no one has to call me. I'm just gonna treat it like a job. And this was mid-pandemic time. So this leads me to my advice number 3, which is don't wait for anyone and just do it yourself. I can't tell you how many unfinished videos and songs I have because I didn't have the files, or I had to wait for somebody because they gave me homie price, so I have to be patient. I got to a point in my career after losing time that I said, if I don't have the budget, I'm not pulling favors. I'm just gonna figure out how to edit the video myself. And most recently, I learned how to record myself. That's a story for another video. And it was because of that I found my sound. It wasn't me having sessions with random producers and them injecting their opinion into my music and in my sound. It was me in a fucking room trying weird things out on YouTube beats. And I think that's probably the most important advice that I can give to any artist to save them money and time. It is so important in this industry to not burn bridges. Do as much as you can by yourself, because so many people have screwed me over and it took everything out of me to just bite my Latina tongue, because I knew, and I can now confirm, that everything comes full circle and the industry is small. Today, I'm working with people that I worked with 10 years ago. And it's actually so beautiful when that happens, because people are gonna fall off and you're gonna watch them. And because you found stability, you're gonna be good for when that opportunity comes by. You have to be patient and recognize that it's a marathon. It's really not a race. I had to kind of get that out of my head probably around the 5-year mark in my 10-year career. But if you find something that gives you stability and allows you to just make music whenever you can as a part of your routine, because this is just your life, you'll be ready to take the opportunity when it comes, or in my case, ready to make the opportunity. So in 2019, I auditioned for a reality singing competition on Univision, and I got really far, but I didn't win. And it was one of those times where I quit my job and I left everything to like go all in. And I felt really stuck after because I saw all the other finalists kind of getting deals and I'm just like, what the fuck? So did I wait for the network to like make the meeting for me? No. I went back into my relationships and all of my contacts and I said, who can get me this meeting? And like I said before, because I was friends with this person, they were like, you know, you can hang out here and use the studio and stuff. So what did I do? I got a job, I got stability, I made a routine and went to the studio as much as I possibly could. I kept making better music. I kept showing up until they eventually saw me as somebody worth placing a bet on. Would you place a bet on you? So as far as how it's going now, recently we just announced that I am going to be pioneering this EDM Latino movement. It's small right now, but after doing a lot of soul searching, I just feel like this sound is the truest to me. I think it's fresh and I'm really excited to pump out songs every 4 to 5 weeks. That's the schedule that I've been given by the label. It's a lot of work. It still feels like I'm doing everything by myself sometimes, just with a little bit of financial help, which is great. I'm still singing in my wedding band and doing my own research for marketing strategies and advertising companies that I can pitch to the label because I've already trained myself to be constantly pushing the needle because no one's gonna push it the way you do. And you have to be that gasolina that fuels the fire. That's all I've got. I hope that my advice was useful. Expect more videos from me down the line. And check out my new single, Stay With Me.